welcome to Upton Park and a season of great change for the Hammers. A season that brings new managers, new players, a new division and no shortage of goals. Stuart Slater leads the way in spectacular fashion. Julian Dix proves he's got the most lethal left foot in the business. And Liam Brady bows out in spectacular fashion. It's a close vote as the fans choose their player of the year. And after 23 years at Upton Park, Billy Bonds finally takes over as Mr. West Ham. Bonds succeeding Lou Macari, who found following John Lyall was no easy task.
Well, I think people are only interested in one thing, which is a winning team, and I can't do that anymore. And obviously, I think any football club where you get a winning team, it's because everyone's pulling together, both on and off the field, players, management and staff, and that's my main job, is to get everything together and get everyone to realise that the job we've got to do is to do the opposite of what we didn't do last season, which was play well and win. Most of the games were obviously defeats, and the players that played in most of them, I think, owe the fans of West Ham that the very opposite thing. I think they owe them the fact that so many losses last year, we should have so many wins this year and get back in the first division.
An equaliser 5 minutes from time denies West Ham 2 points on the opening day of the season at Stoke, and a broken leg for Frank McAvenny completes a nightmare start to the season. As the players troop out for their very first home match then, McAvenny is the unfortunate absentee. But that's not the only early problem facing Lou Macari. He's left out Paul Ince, who says he wants to leave the club. Meanwhile, the stage is set for Stuart Slater.
Evans. Oh, solid challenge there from Julian Dix. And Slater now breaking for West Ham. Paris is in the middle, Kelly is in front. Oh, he tries the shot, he scored! Stuart Slater, his second goal in the Football League. Brilliantly taken. Abbott inside to Hazelwood. Davis not foiling George Paris. Kevin Keane now. Ward's on the right. Kelly's in the middle, there's the chip. Looking for Kelly, oh, he missed it. Slater with a shot, and he scored! Slater scored! Got a deflection, but Slater scored!
2 goals in the first team match for the very first time, and Stuart Slater has come of age, providing Lou Macari with a winning welcome to Upton Park. Paul Ince may have his heart set on a £2 million move to Old Trafford. That on-off saga will dominate the early season headlines, but Slater is more than happy to be an East Ender.
First, I don't know how I got the ball. I picked it up halfway line, and the defender was just backing off. I just took him on and just saw the goal, and I've been advised to shoot when I see the goal, and I just tried and place it. And the second goal, Dave, ball coming from Mark Ward, and Dave Kelly tried an overhead kick, which he'd missed, and the ball just fell kindly for me, and luckily it deflected in on the volley.
3 days later, it was Plymouth's turn to test a new look West Ham. Let's face it, Macari's appointment had worried the purists at the Academy of Football, but no complaints after this performance. New signing Martin Allen replaces Slater, out with a twisted knee.
Brady. Brady going through. Alvin Martin's there. Paris. This is Kevin Keane. A good cross from Keane. Oh, it's in! Kevin Keane. Oh, it's disallowed. It's disallowed. The referee's disallowed it. The jubilation is all for nothing. Alvin Martin moving around in the box. He's coming in for this one, and Martin makes it with a good header. There it is! Martin to David Kelly. David Kelly scores his first goal of the season. But the man who made it is the big number 5, Alvin Martin. Mark Ward. Oh, beautiful ball by Ward to Kelly. Kelly here must score. He's gone round to keep the empty net, and Kelly scores. But again, it doesn't count. Corner then to West Ham United. The header's there. It's a goal. Brilliantly taken by Martin Allen. A debut goal for Allen. Ward ran away from him. Brown's able there. And this is Thomas. Out to Mark Stewart. Stewart on the right foot, he'll try the shot, does so. Oh, and there's a cracking goal from Mark Stewart. Mark Stewart, the number 11. Potts with a header. Julian Dix. Ward with a flick. This is Kelly. Lovely ball from Kelly to Kevin Keane. Oh, and a first-time ball for Ward. That was a beautiful ball by Keane. Ward going through. Oh, tries it straight to the keeper. Keane doesn't know. Kevin Keane notches his second goal of the season. That is justice, because it was his ball that made it. What a beautiful layoff that was. The first-time ball into the path of Mark Ward. Mark Ward, not the greatest of finishers. And he hit it straight at the keeper, but Keane follows up.
Final score then, West Ham 3, Plymouth 2. Mark Stewart second, caught the cameraman napping, and 7 points from the opening 3 games mean pole position for the Hammers. Easy at this stage to feel optimistic about promotion, and a glorious debut for Macari's first Hammers signing.
Yeah, very enjoyable. It's been a high pressure week, not really what I'm used to. So speculation in the papers and a lot of travelling and not a lot of training. It's difficult really to come into such a big game.
What about second division football as compared to the first?
I think the quality of the teams in general, just the individual players, is not quite as high. I think the 3 teams we've played so far, they've all battled harder than the first division teams, but they've not quite got the quality. And I think we've not done bad. We've got a couple of wins under our belts, and hopefully we can keep on playing and go from strength to strength.
After 2 homes, it's back on the road, and good news on the fitness front. Stuart Slater is back, George Paris makes way, and Alan Devonshire makes a welcome return from injury. He's on the substitute bench.
Oh, well won. Knocked across there, and a goal from Mark Ward. Ward is first of the season. But it's all down to David Kelly. Askew's cross, the header. Oh, he's hit it. What a goal! Beautifully taken there by Peter Swan. That's his first goal for Hull this season. And he got up above the defence, turned the header onto the post.
Unbeaten and still top of the table. OK, only 4 matches gone, but there's still a sense of achievement for manager Macari, as a club he just left behind arrive in town. Slater, again ruled out by the injury jinx on Hammer strikers, is back on the sidelines. George Paris returns in the reshuffle.
Julian Dix. Gale. Very cool by Tony Gale. Put into a little bit of trouble there with that ball. Good ball by Ward to Paris, to Brady. Ward again. Brady. Beautiful ball for Ward. Gets it across first time, and a shot coming in from Allen. And Martin Allen scores on his second appearance here at Upton Park. And Tom Jones will take the corner. Short to Barnard. McLaren's unmarked there, gets the shot in and deflects it, and a goal! Surely offside by John Gittins. The referee was right in line with him though, and it counts.
Martin Allen then with 2 goals in 3 starts for the Hammers, but a point not enough to hold on to top spot. An early warning that it's going to be a tough battle for promotion.
I think we've got to look at it disappointingly really. I'm desperate, and we're all desperate for this club to get promotion. With all due respect to Swindon, we've really got to be beating them when we play here at Upton Park, 21,000, big stadium. We've got to be beating them. We looked as though we had the game won at half time, 1-0, missed a lot of chances. And then for some reason the game drifted away from us. They'd done well, to be fair to me, battled well and got back into the game, changed their formation, made it difficult for us in midfield with an extra player in there. So I'd say they've done well in the second half, but I think we've only done as well as what we allowed them to do. We've got to work on that really, not letting them back into a game when we're leading.
Stuart Slater is back in place of David Kelly for what turns out to be an ill-fated trip to the Goldstone ground. After 5 matches without defeat, Macari's men knew their run had to end somewhere, but this was tragic.
This winger has gone straight in. direct from the corner kick. Brighton charging forward again, the low cross again, and Codner's there, and Codner scored! It's a tricky one, it came. Oh, it's there again at the far post! West Ham are flattened here by this onslaught from Brighton. Paris. Kevin Keane's clear on the right hand side. It goes down the middle for Mark Ward. Mark Ward being chased by Bissett. He's got past Bissett and that's a penalty. Mark Ward skinned the big number 5 and was pulled down from behind. No doubt about that one. And it'll be Liam Brady looking for his first goal of the season here from the penalty spot. 54 minutes of the game gone. Brady. Oh, and it's saved! He didn't hit it with any power at all, just side-footed it for the corner. And John Keeley gets the biggest cheer of the afternoon.
Defeat by the Seagulls brings West Ham crashing down to earth with a bump. A disappointing end to a week that finally saw Paul Ince get his wish with a move to Manchester United. And the early pace setters from Upton Park have moved down to 8th spot, 5 points behind the new leaders Sheffield United. But of course it's still early days. Next stop, Birmingham and the Littlewoods Cup. Semi-finalists the previous season, West Ham know all about the Wembley Trail. The only shock here, Liam Brady starts out on the bench as reserve striker Eamon Dolan finally gets his chance up front.
Shot coming in from Allen, and Allen scored! The defenders missed it, the ball came through. 37 minutes gone, and Martin Allen notches his 3rd goal for West Ham United to put the Hammers in the lead here. Deep ball. Headed away again by Alvin Martin. Is the flag up? No, and must be a goal, yes! Hammered in, so a mistake at the back puts Birmingham City back into this game. Allen, Brady's to the left. There's a shorter ball to Stuart Slater. Brady's still on the left. Slater going inside, rattles in a shot, he scored! Oh, a magnificent goal by Stuart Slater!
With the second leg to follow at Upton Park, a healthy start for the Hammers. The price of victory, though, is another addition to the mounting injury problems. Mark Ward is the latest victim, and he'll miss the next 3 matches. It's all change against Watford. Alvin Martin is replaced as captain by 20-year-old Julian Dix, which makes him the youngest Hammer skipper since Bobby Moore. And Colin Foster, a surprise £750,000 midweek signing for Nottingham Forest, makes his debut in the centre of defence.
Keane. Allen going in, this is Slater. Slater trying to work some space for himself. Poor to the man under him. Claims of handball, and handball given as a penalty. So drama here in the 17th minute. Dick's left foot, oh, and he blasts it. I think Coton got a touch, but it went straight through him. 18th minute then of this game, and West Ham United take the lead here against Watford.
That penalty from Julian Dix, his first goal of the season, and the Hammers move back into the top 5. At Portsmouth, Leroy Rossignol starts his first match of the season. Eamon Dolan makes way, and what a comeback it turned out to be for Rosie after his long layoff with a knee injury.
Hoisted in. Phil Parks is there. And a quick throw to Kevin Keane to set West Ham on the attack straight away. Martin Allen. And a nice one to the path of George Paris. Paris's cross to Slater. Paris going through, can he score? He turns it back, shot from Rossinia, and Rossinia has
scored! Rossinia gets his season's account underway in clinical fashion. A dramatic winner just 30 seconds from the end to send the Hammers fans home happy. Rossinia is just glad to be back.
Yeah, it was a nice way to finish the game. Obviously it was a tight game and one goal needs to decide it, and we got 3 points in the end.
You were telling me in the dressing room you didn't expect to be on at that time of the game.
No, I was knackered, to be honest. All I've done is 45 minutes. I haven't trained this season. Done 45 minutes on Saturday, and he put me in today, and I didn't think I'd last out the 90 minutes. The pitch was beautiful. It's like playing on Wembley tonight, and I felt it. After about 20 minutes I was gasping, so he kept faith in me up to the end, and in the end got the goal that decided it.
Back in second spot after 2 successive league wins, expectancy is high for the home match with West Brom. Rossinia though is back on the long-term injury list. His troublesome knee injury has flared up again.
So the first real test for the Hammers defence. So and Parks was struggling there. It's a goal! Goodman scored his 5th of the season. Forward by Anderson. Thomas flicking it across. Oh, and trouble here for West Ham, and this must be there. No, it's not. Shot in there this time by Bernard McNally, who grabs his first league goal of the season. Well taken by Kevin Keane, and that's a glorious ball by Keane to Paris. Paris racing in, Burgess at his heels. It went under the keeper. Dolan scores. Eamon Dolan scores his first senior goal. Allen getting the header in there. Paris, will that goal lift the Hammers? Slater to Potts, and that's a good ball to George Paris again. Paris has got past North, and Paris scores! A brilliant goal by Paris! 2 goals in 2 minutes has set Upton Park alight. That's his first of the season. Foster's header again, a little bit of pushing, and the flag is up on the far side. Well, in fact, they've given a penalty. It's Bernard McNally to take it. And he scores.
McNally's winner then spoiling the afternoon for West Ham and their second half substitute, Eamon Dolan.
It was nice, but again, really, to be absolutely truthful, it's a bit irrelevant because obviously we lost the game 3-2. Obviously, if it had been 2-2, it would have made a difference. But as we lost, it didn't. You know, it's just a shame, really, that suddenly we get back in the game 2-2, and then we can see the penalty. Really, we didn't see what it was for, and then suddenly we're down 3-2, and we've got another mountain to climb.
With Colin Foster cup-tied, it's back to a 4-4-2 formation for the second leg of the Littlewoods Cup second round contest. Mark Ward has recovered from his hamstring injury, and Eamon Dolan starts in favour of David Kelly.
And Allen loses it. Martin gets the challenge in again. Tate flicking it across. This is Dix. Keane on his left. Slater just in front. This is Keane. Ashley tracking back, but Keane turning inside well. Dix with a shot. Oh, and it's a great goal against his old club. Oh, you'll love that one. What a strike from Julian Dix. His second goal of the season. The first one was from the penalty spot. Allen timed it well. Dolan to Ward. And Ward tries the shot. Oh, he's hit the crossbar. He's putting the keeper off the line. And what a shot that was from Mark Ward. It's Brosen. driving his men forward. Gligorn chasing Alvin Martin in hot pursuit and forcing his opponent into a tight situation there. So Birmingham coming away with it. And a great goal. Well, that's a shot for the Hammers, that is. Atkins fires it in.
West Ham go through, 3-2 on aggregate. The question for George Paris, will he be surprised if he continues to shine up front?
Not really, no. This season I've had 1 or 2 chances every game, so I'd like to keep that going and maybe get a few more goals.
Through to the third round, what was the feeling in the dressing room afterwards?
Obviously we're pleased to be in the next round, a bit disappointed with the way we played, but I suppose in cup football that's the way it goes, so we're looking forward to a good draw, maybe a home draw, and go from there.
Next, it's a return to league action, and promotion rivals Leeds United are the visitors. A stiff test for a Hammers side which Lou Macari says is being frustrated by unrelenting injury problems.
Got a lot of space on this left-hand side. Potts coming across now. Wants to get round the outside, does so, gets the ball across. Oh, it's a goal from Vinnie Jones! Well, I don't think it was too intentional. There was a lot of luck in that one. The ball came straight into his foot. And he found the only spot available. So, 22 minutes gone. And Leeds United take the lead through Vinnie Jones.
Vinnie Jones putting the mockers on West Ham, and he was also close to the scene of disaster for Tony Gale.
You had to come off. Is that the knee that you damaged before the game?
Well, I had a nick on this Friday, training, and just done it twisting. And then today I took the ball down on the halfway line, dragged it inside, and I think it must have been 2 or 3 shirts descended on me, and one of them caught me. I don't quite remember his name. And just got a few problems with the ligaments now.
This was a big game psychologically for us, wasn't it? I mean, this was the big one against Leeds United.
Yeah, everybody's built it up as the big game, but I mean, everybody's got to remember the season's over 46 games, and it's even longer than last season. So, I mean, we've lost today, but there's a lot of other important games to come up. Next week at Sheffield, for instance, riding high. Be great if we can win up there. That'll bring the confidence, back to sky high.
So after 3 successive home matches, it's back on the road, and another showdown with one of the favourites for promotion. Gary Strodder makes his first appearance of the season in place of injured Tony Gale. It'll take him 2 months and a transfer request before he finally gets back in the starting lineup.
Ward. Oh, beautiful ball through, and it's Slater going through. Slater's gone round the keeper, he's brought down, that's a penalty. 33 minutes gone, a marvellous little chip ball that from Mark Ward over the top. That caught Sheffield United out. And Simon Tracy brings down Slater. It's a penalty here in the 33rd minute. Oh, he's hit the crossbar. The West Ham skippers crashed his shot against the crossbar. Keane has gone between 2 into the box, pulls it back for Mark Ward, floors with a shot, a beautiful goal from Mark Ward. 39 minutes gone, and Mark Ward strikes it with that left foot. He doesn't usually hit too many with those. Dick's not getting that one away. Keane, that's a good ball, beautifully placed over the top. It's Eamon Dolan racing through. Can he notch his second senior goal? He's gone round the keeper. He's pulled down again. Dolan set himself for his second senior goal. And Simon Tracy pulls him down for the second penalty of the match. Now then, will Kevin Keane take it, or will Julian Dix have another go? Well, it looks like it's going to be Mark Ward. Anything can happen here now. 70 minutes of this game gone. Mark Ward with West Ham's second penalty of the match. And Ward scores! It's Sheffield United 0, West Ham United 2. And Mark Ward notches his second goal of the season, his third goal of the season, his second of the match.
A satisfying performance from Mark Ward, and the Hammers completing their first win at Bramall Lane in 21 years. It's a fine time to come good in Sheffield, because that precious win puts the Hammers back in the top 8, just 4 points behind Dave Bassett's men, who still top the table on goal difference. It's back to Upton Park and another clash with one of the promotion favourites. On paper you'd expect one of the Hammers' hardest home matches of the season. It turns out to be the biggest win under Lou Macari. Martin Allen returns after missing the match at Sheffield, replacing Colin Foster.
Ward back to Potts. Cross to Allen. Allen, he's got a shot on him, tries one. Oh, he's placed it brilliantly into the corner of the net. Superb goal by Martin Allen. 9 minutes on the clock, and Martin Allen celebrates his return to the first team. Dolan beating Bennett, finds Slater, he tries a shot! A magnificent goal! A brilliant double act there from the two youngsters. Eamon Dolan timed that header perfectly. Stuart Slater volleyed in. A magnificent goal, his 4th of the season. Steve Potts then with the throw. Back to Ward. Hoists in the high ball. Alvin Martin flicks it across. A chance here for Kevin Keane. He's taken it wide of the keeper. Oh, a beautiful ball by Keane. Oh, what a goal by... What a goal by Kevin Keane, his 3rd of the season. That was absolute magic. This is Gabardini. He's really had no chance to shine up front. Just hasn't been allowed by West Ham. Ward to Slater. Slater through to Dolan. Dolan with a chance here. Got it round. And he shoots, he blasts it into the back of the net. And that's West Ham United's 75th league goal against Sunderland. Dolan's 2nd senior goal. And the little jig of delight by the Irishman. Another chance here for Slater. Slater to Dolan, and Dolan is it. Foster! Oh, what a cracking goal from Eamon Dolan! Oh, what a night for this young man! No wonder he's over the moon, as they say.
A night to remember for Eamon Dolan, and no doubt the young Irishman enjoyed his part in a powerful West Ham performance.
To be honest, that was for Liam, because Liam said to me, he said, if you score, because I'd done it in a pre-season friendly at Ashford, and he said, Liam's been a great help to me, he really has, always kept me going in the bad times last year when I was injured a lot, and you remember people like that, and and really that was for him really.
2 good goals, but also you had a hand in Stuart's goal, because I thought you won that ball brilliantly.
Yeah, that was, obviously I played with Stuart a little bit, and I think I did the hard work bit for him there, flicking it on. But obviously, you've got ability like him, his control, just a superb goal, and Kevin's and Martin's as well, my fabulous entertainment for the fans, really.
Long-term injuries still include McAvenny, Rosinia, Robson, Stewart and Hilton, but for the first time Lou Macari can at least name an unchanged side for the trip to Port Vale.
Steve Potts getting it forward. Kevin Keane in with a chance here, and he scored! Yes, Kevin Keane scores! 43 minutes of the game gone, and the Port Vale defence caught square there as Kevin Keane scores his 3rd goal of the season. Aspin's up at the far post. Oh! And there we are. 52 minutes. And Port Vale equalise. Cut out by Paris. This is Ward. Seeing along the wall is Ward. Forward for Dolan. Dolan racing through. Can he get there? And the keeper handled that outside the box. Surely Slater. Slater shoots. It's a goal. 64 minutes gone, and West Ham United regain the lead here at Vale Park. Left foot cross, a good one. This is Butcher with a shot, and
dramatic equaliser, and the Port Vale substitute denying West Ham a valuable away win. But a point is still enough to put the Hammers back in the top 4. The third round of the Littlewoods Cup marks the return of Liam Brady in place of Mark Ward. Brady makes a starting lineup for the first time in 6 weeks after 8 appearances on the subs bench.
Finds Price. Villa beginning to click. Oh, stopped there by Martin Allen. And a break here for Slater. Slater with Manfield chasing, gets the shot in. Oh, and just past the far post. Dix. Ball for Slater to chase. Nielsen closing him down. Oh, Slater's taken him early. He's done well, rolls it across. Oh, sliced over the top by Kevin Gage. So the movement going from end to end. Slater. Oh, the ball didn't front. Kindly put him there. Blake comes out with it. And then big explosion off to our left there. As Alvin Martin. Oh, trying to get the clearance and it came off Dix. And there's a chance. Aston Lamar. And that was set up for Platt really by Julian Dix.
David Platt fails to win it for high-flying Aston Villa, and West Ham deservedly earn a replay at Upton Park. It's a period of stability for the Hammers, enjoying one of their best spells of the season. The midweek draw at Villa Park has helped boost confidence in the campaign for promotion, but can Macquarie's men extend the 4-match unbeaten run?
Phillips flicked on. Oh, a chance here for Steen, and Steen's put it in the net. 15 minutes and 6 seconds. The first chance for Steen. Good turn by Slater. This is Paris. Paris tries a shot. Oh, what a cracker! What a cracker! What a cracker from George Paris. 16 minutes, 45 seconds. Scoreline now, West Ham United 1, Oxford United 1. Tricks his man, flicks it across. Alvin Martin with a header, it's there! Stuart Slater, the scorer. Alvin Martin teed it up. Dolan was also in there. 56 minutes gone and West Ham United take a deserved lead here. As Potts is put under pressure by Heath. Steen taking on Martin. Steen going through and there's the equaliser! The scorer, Robbie Mustoe. Well, the goals coming in pairs here. Keane then. Setting it up for Julian Dix. He strikes. Oh, what a goal! What a goal! As true as a die. 69 minutes gone. And Julian Dix nets his third goal of the season. And just like George Paris, when he puts them in, they're spectacular, aren't they?
That's right, no one hits them harder than Deadly Dix. The Hammers arrive at Dean Court aiming to extend their unbeaten run to 6 matches. Colin Foster and Mark Ward are back on the bench, but again there's no change to the starting lineup.
Headed away there by Bond. Martin. Brooks. Trying to get through. Blissett, there's Corser offside, but he's not, and Blissett scores! Oh, they were caught out there. Julian Dix then. Alvin Martin flicks it in, a chance here for Allen. Oh, it's there! The scorer, Gary Strodder. Gary Strodder gets his first of the season. A beautiful flick ball there. 33 minutes gone.
A rare goal for Gary Strodder, his first of the season, and it's well worth the point. OK, it wasn't the prettiest strike, but one any marksman would have been proud of.
Yeah, it was really. I think it was a free kick down here on the left. I don't know who went up and flicked it on. I just seen the ball bounce down and I thought, I'm in here. Just gone in front of the keeper. and started flying to the roof at net. Very pleased.
One goal each, and you're the scorer, but a little bit of disappointment, I think, about the overall result.
Yeah, I think at the end of the day, I thought we maybe could have had 3 points. I think we had a couple. Their keeper made a couple of great saves. I think a lot of us thought it was a penalty with Stuart Slater in the second half. So I think at the end of the day, we were disappointed we didn't come away with the 3 points. Mind you, saying that, although Phil did keep us in the game first half with a couple of great saves.
6 games without defeat, well placed in the top 5, and unchanged for the 4th match in a row. It's almost too good to be true. A trip to Molyneux means Steve Bull will be on the loose. Phil Parkes, beware. A long throw. It looks dangerous. And it's that man Steve Bull. Can Parkes stop him? Yes, he can. And he saves it again. Well done, Phil Parkes. He looks pleased with himself. Alvin Martin. The Wolves get it away again. Another long ball, it's caught the hammers. And it's Steve Bull again. But Parkes is equal to him. Phil Parkes is enjoying this. But Steve Bull isn't. Upfield again. Can they find Steve Bull? Yes, it's fallen to him once again. But that man, Phil Parkes, has denied Steve Bull. And he really is enjoying this afternoon. Phil Parkes. Now it's still all square. Can Wolves find the winner? Steve Bull again. And this time Parkes is beaten. Steve Bull has got the breakthrough. Ball in there and a fine flick on by Much. The old combination with Steve Bull. And it's 1-0 to Wolves. Phil Parkes finally beaten then to score what would have been a remarkable clean sheet. On the day when Steve Bull could have had a hat-trick, Parkes was delighted with his own performance.
Yes, I mean, I thought it was going to be one of those days. I mean, really, he could have had a hat-trick within the space of about 15 minutes. And I thought, oh, this could be our day, today. This one, you get a feeling where I don't think they're going to score. And unfortunately, I think if we'd have gone 1 in front, then I think we'd have gone on and won the game. But we just sort of didn't look like scoring at all today, which has happened in the last couple of games. And it obviously gives them confidence because they're the home side. They're always going to create a few chances, which is what happened, and they got one in the second half.
Phil Parkes in superb form.
Yeah, I thought he played really well. I'd say he's 40 years old. He's doing tremendous for his age, and I'd say I wish him all the best for the rest of the season.
It's back to Upton Park and a bumper crowd for the Littlewoods Cup. Mark Ward is back, replacing Martin Allen for the 3rd round replay against Villa. A win here would put West Ham in the last 16.
Kevin Keane standing just over the ball. Dix will have the strike. Oh, and he hit it well, he scored! A marvellous goal from Julian Dix. 30 and a half minutes gone. And no more than the West Ham team deserve. So the skipper leads by example. His 4th goal of the season. And what a cracker it was. And at the moment, they're still leading. Oh, ball through for Ormond Royd. Oh, he shoots just past the far post. That could well be Aston Villa's last chance. Certainly their best opening of the match.
So another deadly strike from Julian Dix keeps West Ham on the trail to Wembley.
Well, we always do shooting practice and training. Early on in the season, I was with free kicks. I was hitting the ball from standing still, and like they were hitting the wall, going over. A couple of lads says like, get someone to knock it to you and then hit it. And I've done that twice, and they've both gone in.
Special difficulties tonight though, Julian, with this blustery wind. Did you have second thoughts about having a smack at goal?
No, like Liam said to me, do you fancy it? And I said, yeah, I'll hit it. And I like to say the wind was swirling a bit, but let's see, we should hit it. He's always got a chance of going in.
You feel that we may be on a cup run again this season?
Well, we've got another home tie against Wimbledon in the evening again. So at Upton Park, so you couldn't ask for more than that. First division side, so that should cheer us up a bit. So maybe
do it again. You know, semi-finals last year, we might be able to get the final.
Steve, why is it we sparkle so well under the lights?
I don't know what it is. Just seems a totally different atmosphere, really, of an evening. Just seems to get all the players going. I don't know what it is. You know, if we could do that on a Saturday every time, we wouldn't have any problems. But I don't know what it is.
Lou Macari sticks with his midweek cup heroes for the visit of the league's leading away scorers, but Alan Devonshire is back in contention after a 2-month absence. He joins David Kelly as one of the substitutes.
So Liam Brady's cultured left foot. Oh, he tries the drive and Burridge couldn't hold it. Turned it round for the first quarter of the match. So Liam Brady trying to find the corner of the net. Brady to Dix. Keane. Alvin Martin in there. Alvin Martin going through. Tripped over there, surely. Chance here for Dolan. Oh, and Dolan gets the shot in. John Burridge able to make the save. Oh, cleared off the line there. And Parks had to be alert. Strotter with a header. Quinn the man down in the box. Oh, beautiful ball through for Gallagher. He got round on the blind side and great save by Phil Parks.
Once again, Phil Parks proving he's still a goalkeeper with a lot to offer. He may be approaching 40, but time seems to stand still for this great Hammers veteran. From Newcastle boss Jim Smith, meanwhile, there were no apologies for any lack of adventure.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't come here particularly defensive, but we knew when I saw West Ham on Wednesday, I thought Aston Villa just let them play too much, and when you let West Ham play, they've got some excellent players and they can give you some problems. And we felt it was very important that we closed down quickly and as you say, stopped getting the ball wide and getting crosses in, and I think to that extent it worked very well.
How much value is it coming to a ground like this and taking the point? In other words, against a team that is obviously vying with you for promotion?
Well, I mean, people call them 6-pointers. They only throw that you only get 3 points, but they call them 6-pointers. But it was important that we didn't lose today against West Ham because they're, you know, will be in the race. I'm sure they've got to be with the crowd and with the team they've got, and it gives us a big boost to come to West Ham and draw and go forward from there.
So stalemate against the men from the North East sees the Hammers move down 2 places to 7th spot in the second division table, but there's still a long way to go in the race for promotion. Middlesbrough relegated last season along with West Ham next, and fit again Martin Allen is back, so too is Colin Foster, recalled in place of Achilles victim Gary Strodder. Mark Ward moves up front in place of Eamon Dolan.
Well, beautiful play by Keane. He's got Ward to the right. Slater rushing through. That's who he's aiming for. Slater must score, and Slater scores. Oh, what a delightful goal! Exactly 8 minutes on the clock, and Slater notches his 7th goal of the season. All the way through Foster and Paris, though. Paris comes out with it. Brady, Slater to his left, Ward darting through the middle, so to his Paris, looks for Martin Allen, this is Paris, and a penalty given. Paris going in for that ball, the penalty's being given. So it's Julian Dix against Kevin Poole. 59.5 minutes of this game gone. Dix's fly, oh, blasted in true Ray Stewart fashion. Kevin Poole, no chance at all, so 2-0 it is to the Hammers. Clearance, Foster's header, Slaven now. Tries the shot, that's a good one, and oh, he's at the post too! That was that over? No, it wasn't set the lines for
rasping shot from Bernie Slaven, but he just can't keep a good man down. Phil Park seems to get better with age. If the Hammers can keep sticking them away at the other end, who knows, promotion could be a reality. This win puts West Ham in the top 5.
You know, we were happy to go, 1-0 up, and we just thought that if we could get the second goal, give us a bit of breathing space. And luckily we got a penalty, and Julian smacked that one in. And I thought we'd win comfortably after that, but they hung on in there, and they give us a few frights at the end.
You were playing up the middle, striker role. Do you like that?
Not really. Well, it just depends. Who the opposition are, and because I'm playing against 2 big centre backs, and me and Stuart, I thought we'd done well getting behind them, and as long as the lads play the ball to our feet, we can do quite well. But I'm a midfield player, and hopefully I'll be playing midfield the next game. I just don't know.
It's round 4 of the Littlewoods Cup, and there's a red-hot atmosphere at Upton Park for an all-London showdown. Sadly though, it's the unsavoury side of a frantic cup tie that will dominate the morning headlines. A crowd of nearly 25,000 are here to witness proceedings. The new face is on loan Justin Fashanu. He'll make his Hammers debut as a second-half substitute.
Fashanu timed it well. Brady, Devonshire. Devonshire to Fashanu. Good ball out to Slater. Slater taking on Joseph. Slater to Ward. There's the cross. Allen with a shot. Oh, what a goal! What a goal! Martin Allen blasts in his 5th goal for West Ham United. No wonder they're celebrating. But let's just savour the build-up again. It was absolutely perfect. Fashanu out to Slater. Slater takes on the defence. Ward with the final cross. And that ball blasted into the back of the net by Martin Allen. So, 81 minutes gone.
A win with 10 men for the Hammers. Julian Dix, the man sent off in the second half. 6 other players booked, but a good start for Justin Fashanu.
Yes, a very good start. This is my sister Dawn, who came along to support me. Without a doubt, it's very difficult when you come on the second half, because it's such a fast game, especially against Wimbledon, because it's all action. And coming on in the second half, over the second half, it was difficult. But you go out there and you do your best, and I think the game turned around a little bit. And the wonderful goal by Martin Allen. And do you know something? The players just seem to be playing so well. The confidence of most of the players is so high at the moment. Unfortunate when Julian Dix got sent off, but the guys rally round, and a great result. Lou Mackay must be fabulously pleased.
Martin, a sensational goal, even by your standards.
Yeah, well, I don't know about that. I was well pleased with it. I don't know who crossed it over. It's one of those that fell perfectly for me on my right foot for a volley, and next thing, as you saw, it was in the net. It was brilliant. Well pleased.
How did you make that ground up? Because you were playing right back at the time.
Yeah, well, Lou's been encouraged me to get forward as much as I can, and I didn't have a winger to mark there anyway. And I don't know how far I was into the box, but I was getting quite well forward. I mean, I only had 2 up anyway, Wimbledon, so 3 other defenders can easily cover for those 2. When I used to play right back at QPR, I often used to get forward into some quite reasonable positions because of having so much space, So perhaps I didn't have a winger to mark the spaces in front of me. Why not go for it,
Have you seen a better goal?
Not for a long time. But I think in general, even the attitude of the players overshadowed that.
So you obviously hope for a home draw.
Well, we hope so, because we wouldn't be worried about playing anybody here. But if the worst came to the worst and we were drawn away, then there's no reason why in a cup tie you can't go and beat the opposition away from home. There's 1 or 2 teams we'd like to avoid, obviously, but we can't be choosy. We're in the last 8, and that's what matters.
And obviously the plastic pitch you'd like to avoid, I would think.
I'm glad you mentioned that, yeah. As Arsenal have found out, didn't relish the trip to Oldham, and because of the surface, I don't think many teams would want to go there.
Do you see this as the greatest night since you've come to West Ham?
Oh, I think the circumstances in which we won possibly reminded me of a few occasions advantage which I had at Swindon, where we were always the underdog, playing against the first division team, and in the time I was there we conquered 3 or 4, which at the end of the night, you thought, well, this is a great achievement for us. But I think 11 against 10 and 11 renowned battlers, the Wimbledon Football Club, for our 10 to out-battle them at the end is quite an achievement.
From the dramas of the Cup, it's a trip up north to Blackburn, and what promises to be another stiff test for the Hammers. Alan Devonshire starts his first match of the season. On loan, Justin Fashanu makes his full West Ham debut, and it's goals galore at Ewood Park.
Strada has given that one away to John Rose. This is Sellers with a shot, and Sellers scores! A marvellous individual goal by Sellers. 4 minutes, 25 seconds. And Scott Sellers notches his 8th goal of the season. This is Martin. Dixon there, but won by Irvine. Good cross from Irvine, and there's a chance here. Oh, it's number 2. Scott Sellers, the scorer again. Martin with the header. Oh, Ward took his eye off the ball. This is Sellers. Garner's in the middle. Fashanu. Ward getting himself into trouble. Sully with the cross, Strada with a header. A chance here for Stapleton. Oh, Stapleton scored! In off the post. 33 minutes gone, and this is turning into a rout. Sellers up against Potts. Potts takes it off him. He's got Brady inside. He decides to take Stapleton himself. Oh, and Fashanu tried to play the one first touch, missed it, and this turned out to be a good ball for Slater. The only man in the middle, though, is Allen at the moment. This is Ward. Brady taking it. Brady scores his first goal of the season. Beautifully executed. 38 minutes gone, and that pulls one back for the Hammers. This is Ward. No doubt there's been some plain talking in the West Ham dressing room at half-time. As John Rose races through, fires, there's a goal! On off the post! And that surely will end any fight back the Hammers were contemplating. Looked like a hand went up there, and the penalty's been given. The hand of Keith Hill went up. A penalty then, so a dramatic opening to the second half. We could have 2 goals in the opening minute. Dix, oh, and no mistake, he blasted straight into the net. His 6th goal of the season. Ward. If he loses it here, they're in trouble. Oh, bad ball that, but he got it through. That being cut out by Atkins. Shot coming, oh, what a goal! What a goal from young Stuart Slater. 64 minutes gone. Devonshire again. This is Brady. Ward wants it this side. There's the ball, a perfect ball for Ward. He wanted it, got it, and he scored! Oh, that's a mistake by Darren Collier. Beaten at the near post by Mark Ward.
The final score 5-4 to Blackburn, and the only consolation for an unsuccessful second half fight back is the news that Leeds and Sheffield United have both been beaten away from home. Less than 5,500 came to Upton Park on a cold November night for the visit of Plymouth in the ZDS Cup. It's West Ham's lowest first team gate since 1955, but the fans who braved extra time had their reward.
Allen with the interception, always giving it to Tyne, and the shot coming in, blocked there by Allen. Shot from Kevin Hodges. This is Kevin Keane. David Kelly's broken to the right. Slater's on the left flank. There's the ball for David Kelly. The Republic of Ireland international gets the shot in. Oh, and a one-handed save. Keane's in there, and Keane scores. 6 minutes, 5 seconds. This is scorer. Yes, it must be the equaliser. It is a gift goal to Andy Thomas. 49 minutes gone. Dolan's header. Chance here for Hodges. Hodges gets it across, and there it is. Off the boot of Andy Thomas, his second goal of the night. Dix. This is Allen. Keane. Cross from Keane. Alvin Martin with the flick. Dolan with the header. Oh, he's there! Dolan scores! And there's that famous Irish jig of his. 86 minutes gone. Keane the cross. Dolan flicked on there by Alvin Martin. And Eamon Dolan provides the finish. Back to Dix, he hit it with his right foot. Oh, what a goal from Julian Dix! What a shot from Dix! This time with the right foot. Make it a little tricky out there. Good touch by Slater to Allen. Back to Slater. There's the cross, that's not a bad one. Alvin Martin with a header, and Martin scores his first goal of the season in dramatic style. Keane through for Dolan, and Kenny Brown covering well. Oh, Dolan back again. He hurt his ankle there, going for that. Chance here for Slater. Slater deflected in, it's a goal! Slater shot. Deflected in.
Slater has the final say with his 9th goal of the season, and in the end a comfortable win for the Hammers. After 2 matches that have yielded a total of 16 goals, the odds are the scoring can't continue. On loan, Justin Pashanu gets another chance at home to Stoke City, and Liam Brady is also back.
High 4 was the scoreline last Saturday up at Blackburn, and straight away a chance here for Slater. Oh, and just over the top. And that was just 12 seconds into this game. Stuart Slater there, almost on target. Looking for his 10th goal of the season. Slater is on the left-hand side. Ward trying to slip it through. Handball by Berry, was it? Oh, and that's certainly a penalty. No doubt about that one. Mark Ward went charging through. A penalty given. 55 minutes gone. And a chance for Julian Dix to rattle in his 7th goal of the season. So 56 minutes gone. It's Julian Dix up against Peter Fox. Because Kevin Keane was way inside the penalty box before the ball was struck.
Valuable points lost against a team struggling at the wrong end of the table. Valley Parade and Julian Dix one-match ban gives Tommy McQueen the chance to start his first game since March 1988. Tony Gale finally returns as sweeper as Lou Macari reverts to 5 at the back.
This is Allen. Porter standing there. A chance here for Nixon to get it across. All the big guns are in the middle. There's a knockdown and there's the goal! Leonard scores! 15 and a half minutes gone. And Bradford City take the lead here against West Ham United. Brady, chance here to get the shot in. Oh, he plays a good ball through to Ward. A chance here for Ward to squeeze it under. He gets the second one and it's in the net. Ward, his 5th goal of the season. 29 minutes gone. And West Ham United equalise. Leonard and Quinn in the middle if they can get the ball across to them. Leonard got the touch. Quinn here with a golden opportunity. And Quinn
soon to be snapped up by Hammers boss Lou Macari, the man to leave West Ham without a point in the very last minute. Touch of festive spirit, but no cause to celebrate for Phil Parkes. His 100% record is ended by injury. Perry Suckling, the Palace keeper who conceded 9 against Liverpool, is drafted in on loan. Alvin Martin is moved upfield to add weight up front, and Mark Ward makes what turns out to be his final appearance at Upton Park.
Oldham showing the initiative. Oldham's cross. Oh, and there's the first goal! Well struck by Mike Milligan. 3.5 minutes gone. Beautiful play. Cross from Irwin on, he's missed it. Oh, it's an own goal by Foster. Tony Gale missed it. And Foster puts it in his own net.
Foster's own goal completing the season's first defeat at the hands of Oldham, a team that will haunt the Hammers again and again. West Ham's third home defeat of the season leaves them back in 8th spot, 16 points adrift of Leeds United as we approach the halfway mark. But worse is yet to come. In the ZDS Cup, the Hammers go out in a real seesaw affair. 2 goals down, they fight back to lead 3-2, and then bow out, conceding 2 goals in the dying minutes. Boxing Day and the Hammers attract Portman Road's biggest gate in 4 years. But it's Ipswich who enjoy the compliments of the season with a winner from Mick Stockwell. Stuart Slater's hamstring strain has heightened the Hammers' injury problems, and Lou Macari has reacted with a double midweek signing for Manchester City. Midfielder Ian Bishop and striker Trevor Morley are the new faces for the new year, Mark Ward making the move in the opposite direction. Paul Kelly is a sub for the very first time.
This is the last game of the year as far as West Ham United and Leicester City concerned. Oh, he's hit the post! Walsh for the header. It's still not clear. Oh, it's a goal! What a shot! That surely is the winner, and it comes from the boot of Ali Morklin. With just 2 minutes left of normal time.
A 5th successive defeat makes it a depressing end to the decade, and within minutes of the final whistle, Macari reveals another new signing, Bradford striker Jimmy Quinn. A home debut for all 3 of the Hammers' latest signings brings a buzz of expectancy to Upton Park. Jimmy Quinn joins Trevor Morley up front, leaving David Kelly back on the subs bench. Quinn, an Irish international with World Cup experience but yet to play in Division 1. Bishop and Morley, the men swap for Mark Ward in a deal valued at £1 million plus.
Looking for Quinn, met by Fuchar and a good shot coming in. Oh, that's a goal! Martin Allen, the 6th goal for the Hammers. Just over 4 minutes gone, and that one gave Clive Baker no chance whatsoever. So it's West Ham United 1, Barnsley 0. Took that ball well. Got Quinn in the middle. This is Morley. Keane making the break. Shot the man he's got to get past. Good cross, and Morley with a shot. Oh! Hit the post! Or the bar rather. What a cracking shot that was from Morley. Shot from the new number 10. Bishop again to Dix. Keane to the left. Martin Allen's inside, so too is Morley, so is Quinn. The cross. Oh, he scored! That was meant as a cross, I am absolutely certain. But Kevin Keane watches. 23 minutes into the game to make it West Ham United 2, Barnsley 0. go. And what a well-taken goal that was. 42 minutes into the game. Kevin Keane scores his second goal of the game. Corner kick then. Alvin Martin just coming up to the 6-yard box. It's hit low for Gale. That's a good one by Keane. Oh, and they all missed it. Handball. Having a real go at Clive Baker, saying that that was his ball, and I think he's quite right. But no doubt about it, a penalty given. Looking for his 7th goal of the season is Dix. Oh, no mistake. 51 minutes gone. It's now West Ham United 4, Barnsley 0, and the skipper adds to the score sheet. And the free kick. Just outside the box. So a chance here for maybe Barnsley to strike back. Oh, and they do so! And it came off the head of Jim Dobin. A magnificent header by him. Kelly getting the touch there. This is Foreman. That's a good cross. The header coming in. Oh, and it's in the net! The header from Archdeacon. The simple ball played across again.
Barnsley restore a touch of respectability, but a tremendous start to the new year for the Hammers. It's the 3rd round of the FA Cup and just one change from the side that hammered Barnsley. Phil Parkes replaces on loan Perry Suckling because Palace don't want him cup-tied. But surely that's all academic against a side at the wrong end of Division 4. Leave it.
Smith now for Torquay. Got 2 men to take on. Oh, he's showing some great acceleration here. He's got past Bishop. That's a great run. And there's a chance, and it's a goal from the substitute. A substitute has scored. Created by Paul Smith. And Torquay explodes in celebration. Potts with the cross, the header from Brusinho. Oh, just over the bar. Well, that would have been a story if Brusinho had equalised there.
A nightmare end to a nightmare week for Lou Macari. Following allegations of a betting scandal, embarrassing reports of off-the-field misdemeanours by players, and the resignation of long-serving Mick McGovern, cup humiliation has put the Hammers boss in the firing line. 1 week after the traumas at Torquay, it's back to Devon as the Hammers seek to end a shocking run of 7 successive away defeats.
Quickly taken, Andy Thomas tries it, the deflection is there! And that obviously deceived Perry Suckling. So an early breakthrough here for Plymouth Argyle. In the first minute, Tommy Tynan the scorer. It's Plymouth Argyle 1, West Ham 0. Good ball. And the follow-up, what a shot as well. Good one. Well struck by Trevor Morley. McCarthy back to Brown. Oh, what a good try! Super try. Mark Robson with the scissor kick. Again, inside to Morley, out to Dix again. That's a good ball. Quinn's in there, yes! Wide open. And really you have to say that the Argyle defence have been asking for that because they've really left Jimmy Quinn alone on too many occasions. Crowd of players nearly played off as well. Oh, Hodges. All kinds of bodies in here. Summerfield! And a great save from the keeper. Is that a goal? Yes, it is! No, the referee's disallowed it. Claiming the foul on the goalkeeper by McCarthy.
so West Ham survive with the point. Jimmy Quinn's goal, his first for the Hammers in his third appearance. Bishop, Morley and Quinn are all cup-tied, and Stuart Slater is still not fully fit. So it's a Littlewoods call-up for last season's strike partners David Kelly and Leroy Senior, who starts his first match in September. Liam Brady is also recalled. League form has proved unpredictable for Lou Macari's men, and after West Ham's undignified FA Cup exit, the pressure is on the West Ham boss. He's also got other things on his mind, of course. Another good run in the Littlewoods Cup is badly needed.
Senior, who's scored in all the games he's played this season, apart from that cup tie at Torquay when he came on in the last few minutes as a substitute. He scored at Portsmouth in the league, and he scored in his 2 reserve games this season. This is Dix. Dix with a cracking... Oh, what a goal! What a goal from Julian Dix! Gone, and Julian Dix shatters Shilton's goal there from what, 20 yards or so, in fact further, and really the England star had no chance at all with that one. So the Dix, the man who blasted Aston Villa out of the cup, has made the first strike here this evening. One back. Oh, a bad mistake there, and Saunders must score! Saunders must score! A terrible mistake there! With just 12 minutes left for play, Saunders does the victory jig. And Phil Parks, well, Gale it is on the ball here, and that's a terrible back pass from Gale. Parks does his best, nearly got a hand to it, in fact he might have just got a touch to that. But Saunders left with the simplest of goals.
Tony Gale's uncharacteristic error has left West Ham's depleted troops with a mountain to climb. Suspension will rule Martin Allen and Julian Dix out of the replay at the baseball ground and the next match against Hull. With Perry Suckling back to complete his loan spell and the return of cup-tied Quinn, Morley and Bishop, it's all changed for the home match against Hull.
Trevor Morley taking up position by the far post. And the corner to be taken by Brady. A deep one. Came off the head of Jobson. It's not away yet. This is Bishop. Back out to Brady. Bishop. McQueen's to his left. That's not a bad chip in. Quinn with a shot. A chance here for Morley, and Morley scores. The flag tip. Stayed down. Trevor Morley scores his very first senior goal for West Ham United. He scored 1 in the reserves, and that's his first for the senior team. Once again, it's Steve Doyle to take it. Former Preston North End apprentice. And Whitehurst getting it. Oh, and that's a good goal. Whitehurst won the cross. And the big man from the back, Neil Buckley, comes in to steal an equaliser here. 34 minutes gone. It's West Ham United 1, Hull City 1. Good interchange, Demange. Brown to his right. Kicks it across. Oh, and the header comes in. Oh, what a simple goal. Andy Payton. Again, not picked up in the middle. The cross came in from Demange. And Andy Payton shoots Hull City into a shock lead here at Upton Park.
Trevor Morley gets his first Hammers goal, but Hull fight back to take the points. Another disappointing home defeat. With more than half the side cup-tied, injured or suspended, the makeshift Hammers are boosted by the courageous return of Stuart Robson. After 16 months out with a crippling pelvic injury, Robbo lifts morale by stepping in for injured Steve Potts. Stuart Slater is also back.
This is McQueen. That's not a bad Well, the first real opening there, set up by Tommy McQueen. Keane whacks it across. Oh, Alvin Martin's header there. Brilliantly saved. That was Martin who got up to that. Saunders setting it up and blocked there by Alvin Martin. Forsyth going through. Oh, just past the post. Oh, that was tantalisingly close from Michael Forsyth. Taylor wasting no time dispatching it up the other end. Came off Strada. It turned out to be a good ball to Brady. Brady finds Keane. And there's one through the middle for Kelly to chase. Kelly racing on. Shot coming in. And the flag is up on the far side. Kevin Keane thought he'd scored the opening goal here. Well, that really was a tremendous move from the Hammers. Here it is, Kevin Keane on the ball. Hits it with the outside of his right foot. The keeper did well to block that. Well, I don't see where the offside was, because certainly Kelly wasn't offside when that shot came in. And I think that was a bad decision by the linesman.
But the goal doesn't count, and that means these two sides will have to do battle all over again. Tony Gale wins the toss for the right to stage replay number 2 in this Littlewoods Cup marathon, and Hammers' hopes are further boosted by the return of Steve Potts and skipper Julian Dix. Remember, there's a semi-final place at stake for the winners, and stand by for another night of cup drama at Upton Park.
Dix with a free kick. Goes above everybody. Keane, it didn't go well for him. A chance here for Slater, and Slater scores, but no. Yes, the goal's given. I thought the referee had disallowed it. Slater scores. West Ham United take the lead here against First Division Derby County. 35 minutes into this game. Ball played through by Dix. Kelly couldn't get to it. Keane couldn't pick it up there, and Slater comes in to turn it into the net. So a chance here for Phil Parks to get the ball towards that goal mouth. Slater with a header. Kelly's there. Kelly, and it's a goal! Kevin Keane. So the wind assisted goal 4 minutes into the second half. Wind getting up a little stronger, if anything, at the moment. Williams. Briscoe. That's not a bad cross. Harford took it. Saunders with the shot. Oh, that's a magnificent goal by Dean Saunders. Came out of nothing.
Too late though to save Derby, and a night to savour for the Hammers in the face of all the adversity. Who would believe that against all the odds under pressure, Lou Macari would guide his patched up squad to the semi-finals of the Littlewoods Cup. The Hammers may be just one step from Wembley, but promotion is the real priority, and a look at the league table shows there's a lot to do. A game in hand, but 20 points behind leaders Leeds United. February the 10th, and over the next 10 days the world will be turned upside down for West Ham and manager Lou Macari. With trials, tribulations and traumas to follow though, here comes a final triumph for Macari.
Bonus in the net. Nelson the scorer. 15 minutes gone. And from the first dead ball kick there from this side. Gary Nelson scores his 6th goal of the season. Half an hour left to play as that back pass goes over the keeper. It's a goal, is it? No! It will be in a minute. Yes, there it is. Quinn the scorer. His 2nd goal for the Hammers. His 9th of the season all told. They can't get him away from the fans there. Tries a shot, a deflection there. Oh, it's in the back of the net. Deflected off Dublin. triumph as well. But Quinn gets his second of the game, his third for West Ham United.
2-goal Jimmy Quinn is the Hammers' hero, but sadly he's not eligible for the midweek semi-final to come against Oldham. A frustrating time for West Ham's cup-tied striker.
Well, it is because I haven't played for the last few weeks because the team's been involved in the cup competitions, but it was nice to get on the score sheet.
Tell us about that first goal.
Actually, I've seen the referee after the match and he hasn't given it to me. He said it was an own goal. He says, I think it was Gatling lobbed the ball over the keeper and the keeper's touched it, and the referee said, the linesman said that it touched the underside of the netting, just under the bar, so he hasn't given me the goal. It's a bit disappointing because I followed it in and knocked it in the net, but I was pleased to get the second one.
Is it a different game here to the one you were asked to play at Bradford?
Well, there's not much difference. Terry Yorth at Bradford liked to play a lot of football, you know. The only difference was that we got the ball in the box a bit earlier, you know, and but I think Louis trying to get the team round to doing that, you know, because obviously the more times you get the ball in the box, the more chances you'll have of scoring goals, and the boys play really well together and I'm enjoying it.
Just like the year before, West Ham must contend with an artificial pitch in the semi-final of the Littlewoods Cup. And true enough, weekend hero Jimmy Quinn is cup-tied, but neither excuse can justify the St Valentine's Night massacre at Boundary Park.
Adams got Irwin to his right. This is Ritchie. Adams with a shot. Oh, what a goal! Left foot! 20-yarder! Brady tried the first time ball through, and that was charged down by Nick Henry, who's having a great game. Ritchie on the run. Marshall's got space to himself. Oh, and it's in the back of the net! Ritchie scores! Oh, it was so simple. Maybe it's altitude, because this, I believe, is the highest league ground in the country. Oh, a chance here for Palmer, and Palmer scores! In fact, it's not Palmer, it's Barrett who came up from the back. And really, that is one that West Ham United couldn't afford. If they could pull a goal back, then there would still be prospects in the return game at Upton Park. But it's Oldham on the attack. A chance here for Holden. Oh, and he drives it in. That's it. It's all over. Marshall in at the near post. Oh, it's a cross and it's in. That's it. It's all over, surely now. Holden's got past Robson. Gets the cross in and a chance here. And that's number 6 from Andy Ritchie.
2 days after being found guilty of involvement in a Swindon betting scandal, a humiliating end to Wembley hopes in the Littlewoods Cup just about spells the end of the road for beleaguered boss Lou Macari. Macari fails to show for the match against his former club Swindon. He has in fact offered his resignation. Ironically, his latest signing Ludek Miklosko, the Czech World Cup keeper, makes his debut, and his previous purchase Jimmy Quinn again proves to be the Hammers' hero. In Macari's absence, Billy Bonds and Ronnie Boyce appear to take charge.
Brady looking for Quinn. Gittins getting above him. This is Keane. Martin Allen's breaking through the middle. Good tackling there by Tommy Jones. Chance here for Quinn, maybe. Tries the shot. Oh, and he scored! West Ham's first shot of the match, and it goes clean into the net from, guess who? Jimmy Quinn. Kerslake. Alvin Martin getting to a chance here. They're teed up. Oh, they can't get it in. They can in the end. Forced over by Steve White, who nets his 18th goal of the season. So it's Tommy Jones on the ball. McLaren's there. Shearer's there. McLaren with a shot. Oh, and it's in! This Noska didn't see it. It went through the wall. He goes for along the ball. Robson's header. Quinn coming in. Knocks it back again. Oh, Quinn scored! Quinn scored! Robson's header across.
So Jimmy Quinn's double strike earns West Ham a point against his former club Swindon. The irony of the occasion, though, is that this match has signalled the departure of Lou Macari, the Hammers' other former Swindon employee. Enter Billy Bonds, and a week that began with the resignation of Macari, followed by Ronnie Boyce's installation as caretaker boss, ends with the coronation of Bonds as a new king of Upton Park. Bonzo, an East End folk hero after 23 years loyal service, is a popular choice.
Fantastic. Oh, brilliant. Yeah. Best choice I could have made.
Billy Bonds, the people's choice, and a servant both man and boy to the East End Academy of Football, is finally numero uno. A proud moment then as he walks down the tunnel to receive rapturous applause from his adoring public. The Hammers' establishment are suitably impressed. The question now, can Bonds deliver the right results? There's certainly no doubt everyone is behind the new manager. As the players emerge for Bonds' first match in charge against Blackburn, you can almost feel the determination and will to win in the West Ham camp. The 100% effort that follows is reminiscent of the way Bonds himself used to play.
Paris, good ball, what a good first time ball that was to Robson. Across a chance here for Allen, and Allen, oh, he hit the post! I was just about to say he scored. It looked like it was a goal all the way as soon as it left his foot. What he would have wished, that's for sure. Paris saved to Robson. Looking for Brady, a chance here maybe. And Brady hustled out of it. Chance here for Keane. Keane strikes it. Oh, what a save by Terry Geno. Chance for a shot, ran away from him. This is Quinn. Quinn shoots. Oh, Quinn hits the post. Oh my word, it's all happening, but it just won't go in. Cross by Robson. Quinn coming in. Quinn scores. He doesn't miss those, does he? Oh, what a goal that was. A beautiful cross by Robson. He bided his time, floated it in beautifully to that far post. Jimmy Quinn has shown over the last 3 league games what he can do with those balls. Robson now. Brady. Chance here for Robson, and he takes it nearly. The ball was spinning very awkwardly in front of Geno. Dix with the cross. Quinn knocks it down. Oh, it's a great strike. Oh, the woodwork comes to Blackburn's aid again. Slater can't believe it. My word, what do they have to do to get this ball in the net? Kennedy. Howard Gale. Oh, and it's a goal! Beautifully taken. Scott Sellers, the man who destroyed West Ham and Ewood Park, puts them back in the game.
Scott Sellers denies Bonds a winning start, but without making any team changes, the new boss has lifted the gloom in one emotional afternoon.
Yeah, I'm pleased it's out of the way now. You know, yesterday with the press and everything, and today arriving here and all the expectations of everything. You know, obviously the crowd were expecting a lot, and there's been a bit of pressure in the last 24 hours, but I've coped okay, no problem. It's over now. I can just have Sunday off and just get down to just sort of gathering a few thoughts about what's happened today and what's going to happen in the future.
Might be more pressure on the family though, you know, being manager is a high profile job.
Well, I spoke to my family before I took the job and they realised that, and you know, hopefully that won't affect the family. I mean, I've always kept my profession and the family apart. That's never interrupted that before, and hopefully it won't this time.
What sort of manager can we expect Billy Bonds to be?
I don't know about what type of manager. I just obviously I want players to just give me 100%. I think that's all you can ask the players, really. I suppose really my management, what I've learned has been from John Lyle, Ron Greenwood and Bob Stokoe. Those 3 people, they're good people and very knowledgeable people in the game and very honest people. And I suppose I've learned little bits from each of them.
Alvin, a big buzz around the ground with the appointment of Billy Bonds as manager. How's it affected the players?
Well, I think from the players' point of view, Colin, you know, it's been a good appointment. I think
over the years we've all got to know Billy well, me more than most because I played with Billy when I first come to the club, and I've known him now for a number of years. So he's got the utmost respect of everybody within the club, and I've gone right through from the kids all the way through. And that's a respect that he's earned as a player, and also since he stopped playing as a coach as well. So he's on a winner with the players. I think he's on a winner with the supporters, and the directors obviously know now what he can do. I think what we needed was a little bit of stability. Luke come in and had a very hard ride from a lot of people outside the game. I've said in the past that I had a lot of respect for Lou Macari and the job he tried to do. That era's passed now, and that's all ended. But now Billy's come in charge, and obviously we all know what's expected of us. I think the quality that I always remember Billy having as a player, apart from his attitude, was A1, and his commitment and everything. He was always possibly the most honest person I ever played with or knew at the club. Totally honest in all respects, and I think he expects that of his players as well. So like I say, I think that it's going to be good for the club. I think it's going to be good for the supporters, and I think it's going to be good for the players in general. And I'd like to wish him all the best, and he's got, like I say, 100% backup from all of his players.
Billy Bonds names another unchanged team for the trip to Ayresome Park, and his message to the fans is that a place in the playoffs is still within reach.
Dix inside of Bishop. And Bishop gets it out to Robson in the end. Paris did well, that ball was behind him. Dix with a shot. Oh, that's a cracking shot. A chance here must be. Yes, Allen scores. What tragedy that is for Stephen Pears, because he made a tremendous save from that shot from Julian Dix.
Martin Allen's 85th minute winner gives the new manager his first win. The Hammers move back into the top 10, and Billy Bond's boys are at the beginning of a good run. With 15 league matches remaining, the race for promotion is still wide open.
Well, it was a different kind of game to the Blackburn thing, where we played well in the Blackburn game, and we'd gone away from home, and in a not too good a game, we just rolled our sleeves up and said, well, we won't give anything away, we'll wait till we get a break. And it came in the last couple of minutes, which is another pleasing performance, because you've gone the other way against Blackburn. We played all the stuff and didn't put our chances away. Against Middlesbrough, we just had to battle it out a little bit. They were a little bit desperate for points, the same as we're both sort of middle of the table. Which way would we go? And it was a pleasing result because we gave nothing away at the back and nicked our goal 4 minutes from the end, which is the type of away performance you look for if things are tight. You don't want to give anything away, and then take your chance when it comes.
It's mission impossible, and you can get odds of 150 to 1 against West Ham winning by the 7 goals they need to reach Wembley. Leroy Rossini is fit again to make only his third start of the season.
Almost missed it, there's a goal! Alvin Martin scores! Arguments on the line by the Oldham players, but Alvin Martin steals in for his second goal of the season. Has been tempted to throw Eamon Dolan, the Republic of Ireland under-21 striker, on. A chance here for Kelly, the full Republic of Ireland striker, and he goes down. Penalties being given. Just a minute and a half into the second half, and a chance here for Julian Dix to notch his 11th goal of the season. What a record for a fullback. And most of them have been hit from open play, and he scores. Well, Holworth got a touch, but it powered through him. He hits the ball with such venom, just Julian Dix. Let's go. Another kick by him. Basinia charging through, Warhurst with him, and Barrett got it, but it's Kelly with a chance, and Kelly scores. David Kelly makes it 3-0 to West Ham United on the night.
A standing ovation is the reward for a stirring victory that helps restore lost pride, even if the Hammers have fallen at the final hurdle for the second year running. Billy Bonds was satisfied with the performance.
Apart from maybe the Wolves game, the first 45 minutes of the Wolves game, that was probably the best we played under me, I would think. I think it was a lot of passion that night. I think the lads knew they had to sort of something to prove, and I mean, to be fair, we could have quite easily reversed the 6 up there. I think if our chances had gone in. But I was well pleased with that, very pleased with it.
A severe bout of tonsillitis has put Alvin Martin out of action. Colin Foster gets only his first outing in 3 months, but there's no stopping the Hammers' revival.
Hillary again. Cut out by Rossinia. Picked up by Dix. Dix to place. Oh, and a brilliant goal from Martin Allen. I think Dix was having the shot, to be honest, but Martin Allen got his head to it, diverted it just enough to fool Alan Knight. And West Ham United take the lead here. Hillary screening the ball well. Forward by Black. Need to Chamberlain. Oh, Chamberlain slipped Paris beautifully. That's a good cross. On a chance there, and it's in. Scored by Martin Cole. Knocked back by Whittingham. But what a marvellous piece of football from Mark Chamberlain. A goal. And the penalty's been given. There's no doubt about it. Kevin Ball looks in anguish. And a chance for Julian Dix to notch his 12th goal of the season from the penalty spot. He scored on Wednesday against Oldham. Can he repeat that here this afternoon? Yes, he can. Placed it perfectly, and the Knight had no chance at all. And Julian Dix shoots West Ham United into the lead here with just 8 minutes left to play. Another ruthless strike from Julian Dix, and that makes it 3 wins in a row. Confidence is growing in the West Ham camp. Next stop is Vicarage Road, Watford, and Trevor Morley's second goal for the Hammers is worth 3 points. It comes in his first full appearance in 10 matches. 3 successive league wins in an impressive 5-match unbeaten run under new boss Billy Bonds have revived hopes of making the playoffs. But skipper Julian Dix misses the crucial test at Elland Road. Chapman getting to that one before Foster. Strachan now, whoa, what a good back heel from him, and what a good goal that was! Brilliantly taken by Chapman, but what a marvellous back heel by Gordon Strachan. With 3 minutes left of normal time in this first half. Strachan, Varadi, Strachan. Oh, and there it is! Chapman, the scorer. Got goal side of the defenders. Allen going on a run. McQueen now. Not a bad cross from McQueen. Quinn's there, he must score!
Yes.
Oh!
Trevor Morley.
Trevor Morley it was who chested it in.
Great ball by Tommy McQueen. That's the goal we needed, I think. Jimmy Quinn headed it at goal and Trevor was able to put it in, which was a fabulous goal.
Well, that's his third goal for West Ham United following his transfer from Manchester City. The cross was perfect from McQueen. Moving day, a Chelmsford lad. Gary Speed allowed to run. This is dangerous. Oh, Gale timed that perfectly. Still danger here though. Strachan scores.
Yes, it's a goal! Colin Foster. Tommy McQueen's cross once again, and Colin Foster finishes it off in magnificent form there.
Well, that's his first goal for the Hammers, and those are the Hammers fans celebrating over there.
That will definitely give a team a boost. Liam coming on and scoring straight away. It's Leeds don't know what's hit them there.
Was it an own goal?
No, Foster, I think.
High-flying Leeds complete the double against the Hammers, inflicting the first defeat on new boss Billy Bonds after 6 matches in charge.
Yeah, disappointing. Two went 2-0 down and gave bad goals away, and really it was a little spell there where probably we missed out on the playoffs. The Leeds game, Sunderland away, came close to that, and then the last 2 at the end, Newcastle and Oldham, and vital games, 6-point games, the only games we lost all season while I've been in charge, but they were the big ones, the 4 big ones, where if we'd have probably won one of them. I'm not a person for saying ifs and buts, if you'd have done that, but if you look at it, if we'd have won just one of them, or even drawn one of them, we might have even nicked the playoffs, but they were big games, and possibly we didn't do ourselves justice in those games.
With 12 matches remaining, the Hammers are still in with a shout in the race to make the playoffs. It's shaping up for a tight finish. West Ham just 4 points away from the top 6 and the playoff positions. It's an unchanged side to face second place Sheffield United. Stand by for one of the Hammers' most impressive displays of the season. The men to watch here, Stuart Slater and Jimmy Quinn. A long kick from Ludek Miklosko. And it's worrying the Sheffield defence. Morley. Yes, Morley, 1-0 to West Ham. Finally taking goal. A knockback from Slater and Morley with the final. West Ham are free again. Morley on his own. He's been brought down. Will Foster and the man to bring him down. Will the ref give a penalty? Morley obviously thinks so. And yes, he points to the spot. Trevor Morley brought down. And it's Jimmy Quinn with the penalty. And he scores. 2-0 West Ham. Slater down the left. He's got the pace. Sheffield exposed. Jimmy Quinn. Yes, nicely done. West Ham 3, Sheffield United 0. And this is turning out to be quite a performance. Slater again. He's attacking the Sheffield defence. Martin Allen. He's through. Yes, 4-0. Martin Allen. And he salutes the crowd. Stuart Slater again. Down that left flank. Who's he looking for this time? Bishop. Deflected in by Quinn. That's his hat-trick. Jimmy Quinn gets his hat-trick. West Ham 5. Sheffield United 0. And a comprehensive win for West Ham. An impressive way to complete a 6-point haul against the Blades. A treble tonic for Jimmy Quinn. His first hat-trick for the Hammers. And Billy Bond's Upton Park revival has hit overdrive. Next stop, Roker Park, and yet another crucial showdown. Once again, there's no shortage of goals, but this time it's not all one-way traffic.
Played inside, or the deflection there, it comes to Slater. And no goal disallowed, I think. We'll have to wait and see, but yes, it's a goal that counts. This is a good move by West Ham. The ball played across, and it's there. It's headed in. Quinn again. Now Bishop. Liam Brady. The overlapping McQueen. Allen looks for the 1-2 with Brady. And there it is. It's Trevor Morley pulling another goal back for West Ham. It's Sunderland 4, West Ham United 3.
New strikers Quinn and Morley have well and truly found their scoring boots, but this time they've been outgunned by the men from Roker Park. 10 goals scored and 7 conceded in their last 3 outings. West Ham are giving value for money. Only trouble is they've lost 2 out of 3. Frank McAvenny finally reappears as substitute, 7 months after breaking his leg.
This time, but Paris quick to pick up the ball. That's Keane again. Oh, what a beautiful chip by Keane. Chance for Morley. Morley shoots. It's a goal. Oh, Morley scores his 5th goal in 5 consecutive games, and that shoots West Ham United into a deserved lead here at Upton Park. Beckford to equalise, he's through, he must score, and he does. So West Ham's lead lasts just a minute and a half. Keane again. Foster gets the flick on this time. Gale with a header. Oh, Gale scored! What an incredible goal! This is Slater. Slater's done well, he's in the box again, and it's a
Gale celebrates his only goal of the season, and Trevor Morley's scoring spree continues, but 2 precious points are dropped.
Yeah, it was nice to get. It was nice to make my return at home game. Crowd made me welcome. Unfortunately, we didn't get the result that we should have got.
There seemed to be no fears from you about going in. I mean, the first touch you went charging in, straight in for the ball, won it.
Yeah, well, when I went in to challenge the keeper, I thought the next one that comes in, he'll be looking for me. But unfortunately, we didn't get the ball back in the box. So, yeah, there's no problems with the leg. It's just my fitness. I've got a old age, but that's about all. My leg's okay.
How do you rate this team that you came into today compared to the one that you left at the beginning of the season?
It's hard to say because I've not played. There's been so many changes. The boys that's been brought in, Bish, Jimmy and Trevor, Matt and Alan, obviously I've not played with him either. So yeah, the boys are good players in their own right, and it'd be hard for me to say we're a team that I played with is different. But obviously they're different because we finished third in the first division, and this team at the moment we can't seem to get out of the second division. But if we don't do it this year, the team's good enough to do it next year.
A disappointing result, as you said, Frank, but you must be really feeling happy inside, having actually made the comeback.
It's funny because look, I shouldn't say this, but if we don't go up, if we don't get promoted, then everyone will be disappointed. But I'll be happy, not because we didn't get promoted, just to be back. I'm just so happy to be back. It wouldn't make any difference to me if it was the first or second division at the moment. Obviously I want to go up, but I'm just happy, as I say, to be back in the pitch.
It's nice to see you back.
Thanks a lot.
With only a month of the season remaining, just 1 win in 4 matches has left the Hammers hovering in mid-table. It's time to step up the gas as the Hammers take on West Brom at the Hawthorns.
Gale and Quinn there. Gale, if he takes it, will go for the top corner. Bishop goes over. Quinn with a strike. Oh, and he's gone right through the keeper, right through the wall, and West Ham United take the lead here in the 6th minute with practically their first attack of the game. Strudder over the top for Morley, took it well. Just White though quickly on him. Paris with a cross. Chance here for Quinn, knocks it down, and it must be a goal. And Ian Bishop scores his very first goal for West Ham United. Appears to take an in-swinger here. Left-footed to the near post. Nicely flicked across. Oh, and it's there. A simple header for Goodman. And that's the perfect reply by the Albion. Bishop. Through, and Morley is beaten the offside trap this time. Morley, who scored in each of the last 4 games. Can he make it 5? That's the chip, and there's the header from Kevin Keane. So Kevin Keane notches his 10th goal of the season. Beautifully set up there by the long ball from Miklowsko.
Trevor Morley tees up that final strike with a perfect final ball, and Kevin Keane puts the seal on a valuable away win for the Hammers, a result that moves West Ham back within 4 points of a playoff position. Colin Foster reclaims his centre-back spot from Gary Strodder for the trip to Oxford's Manor Ground, and following the midweek win at West Brom, the Hammers are bubbling again. Ian Bishop with the corner. It's a good one. The keeper's failed to connect, and Trevor Morley applies the finish. 1-0 to West Ham. Julian Dix to take the free kick. He plays it short to Jimmy Quinn, and well struck, it's a goal. A fine strike here by the Hammer striker. Fully 25 yards. He has the keeper beaten. 2-0 to West Ham. Morley and Quinn, the strikers signed by Lou Macari, continue to deliver the goods for Billy Bonds. That's 2 away wins in a row, and the Hammers are up to 8th spot. No changes in the starting lineup as West Ham return to Upton Park, seeking their 3rd win in a week. For Ian Bishop, it's his first outing against the club he left in the summer to join Manchester City.
He's missed it again. Julian Dix, he'll try the shot. He does. Oh, and it curls just over the bar. As Jerry Payton crashes to the ground. Nice ball to Paris. That was a good ball. Paris, this is Bishop. Quinn. Quinn tries a shot and that's a goal by Miller. Quinn tried the shot, Miller got his head to it and diverted it into the net. Ganging up on him again, he needs some support. Nice ball into Bishop, a chance maybe for the shot, yes! Oh, what a goal from Ian Bishop against his former colleagues, and you won't see better than that. 23 minutes gone, it's West Ham United 2, AFC Bournemouth 0. Paris managed to get it in the end, but Blissett now. Blissett racing through Foster. Blissett holds him off, a chance here for Blissett. Oh, brilliant play by Blissett, they must score here, and they do, through David Coleman. Dix. Nice one to Slater. Again. There's the cross for Quinn. Quinn takes it brilliantly. Oh, and he couldn't get it across. It's going to be a penalty as he was held back there. A penalty to West Ham United. Who's going to take it tonight? It's back to Dix. And this time he makes no mistake. To Slater. Dix again coming up in support. This is Dix, back to Slater, chance for the cross. There it is, Quinn coming in, knocks it down. Oh, it's a goal! Martin Allen, once again set up by Quinn.
A struggling Bournemouth side managed by ex-West Ham star Harry Redknapp are no match for the high-flying Hammers. Another win makes it 9 points from 3 matches. An ankle injury in training the previous days, but Ian Bishop out of action. Liam Brady returns for his first start in 9 matches, but McAvenny remains on the subs bench.
Prospect across, it is there! Off the line, no, the goal's being given. And Gerald Taggart takes the applause. His 3rd goal in this, his 15th league game for Barnsley. Slater. Brady. This is Dix. Looking for Morley again, flighted well, chance here, Morley must score, and Morley does score! Gone. It's Barnsley 1, West Ham United 1.
Trevor Morley's 7th goal in 9 outings secures another point. At this stage of proceedings though, a draw does West Ham no favours. Nevertheless, with 5 matches to go, West Ham still have everything to play for. Despite the 2 points dropped at Barnsley, the Hammers remain in the top 8 and within sight of the playoffs. Just 1 point outside that all-important top 6. Billy Bonds names another unchanged side as the Hammers bid to extend their unbeaten run to 6 matches, and torrential rain can't dampen the West Ham spirits.
Still, we're waiting for the first goal here at Upton Park. Plenty of lively football out there. Just looking for some finish. This is Keane, Allen, Quinn. Keane again has a good ball to Allen. He must score here, surely, and he does. And the roof comes off the north bank. Well, the Ipswich defence were absolutely static. They watched the Hammers play the 1-2-3, and Martin Allen was there to provide the finish. Tony Gale's there, he can pop them into the top corners. He's too close to the ball. Allen going across now. It's Quinn on the ball. Loops it across to Keane. He blasts it. Oh, that's a superbly worked goal. Marvellous. And Kevin Keane notches on his 100th league appearance. And they don't come much better than that.
Kevin Keane's killer goal then, crowning his 100th league appearance for West Ham. It's been a good season for the Hammers' young midfield star. 2 months after that fateful 6-0 drubbing in the Littlewoods Cup, West Ham return to Boundary Park with one of their best runs behind them. But the Hammers' record on plastic has never been good.
This is Bunn. Redfern breaking through, McCloskey coming off his line. Redfern goes down, and the penalty's being given. Oh my word. That does really look a harsh decision. The ball had definitely gone from Redfern. He'd taken it around the keeper, but the referee making no bones about it. The Hammers a little incensed about that decision. Kieran Barrett quite adamant. Ritchie against McCloskey, and there it is. It's Oldham Athletic 1, West Ham United 0. McQueen didn't go. That's it. It must be a goal, and that's it. Surely that's it. Bunn nets his 12th goal of the season. Beautifully played back by Dennis Irwin. Oh, and Keane didn't do too well with that. It's Milligan breaking forward. Bunn to his left. This is Bunn, a golden opportunity for him, and it's there. A tremendous finish by Big Frank Bunn. His 5th league goal of the season.
It's the Hammers' 3rd defeat of the season at the hands of Oldham, and the club that shattered West Ham's Wembley hopes have dealt a near-fatal blow to their promotion bid. Stuart Robson, back in first-team action for the first time in almost 2 months, replaces Liam Brady, and following defeat at Oldham, this is a match the Hammers can't afford to lose.
Dylan, that blocked. Jimmy Quinn, there's nobody in the middle, he's holding up play. Waits for Robson to arrive. Keane on the right. Keane drives it across, a chance here. Oh, and a brilliant defensive play. A penalty's been given. Well, that was a marvellous move that swept West Ham through there. The wind blowing the ball off the penalty spot, making it an even more nerve-tingling situation for Dix and indeed for John Burridge. So Julian Dix, the lad who likes to blast them, and that's a goal, but it should be retaken because Kevin Keane was well inside the 18-yard line before the shot was hit. But the celebrations are West Ham's. Allen went in on him. Brock's in the middle, so too is Christensen. McGee, can he get it across? He can, and Christensen's there, he scores! Brilliant goal by Christensen. Capped 40 times by Denmark at various levels. Out to O'Brien. And Newcastle beginning to buzz. Mick Quinn now turns, times for the shot. Blocked by Foster. Quinn with a goal! A tremendous shot by Quinn. He powered his way through.
A match that had the makings of a priceless win for the Hammers is settled by 2 second-half strikes from the home side, and defeat is made worse by the news that Sunderland have won at Wolves. Sunderland's win at Port Vale the previous night has finally shattered West Ham's hopes of reaching the playoffs, but Billy Bond's men are still determined to put on a good show for the Upton Park faithful.
Dix again. Rossignol with a header. Oh, and Rossignol scores! That's the way to come back. Leroy Rossignol is the toast of Upton Park again. Robson saw Morley in space and picked him out brilliantly. There's a chance here for Morley. Oh, good tackle that. And Rossignol following up there. And a penalty's being given. I'm not sure exactly what that was given for. I'll probably pick it up on the replay. Must have been a bit of pushing on Rossignol, I think. But the referee quite adamant. With 36 minutes of this game gone, and Julian Dix with the opportunity here to notch his 15th goal of the season and put West Ham United into a 2-0 lead. Well, Hodge leaving the right-hand side of the goal as we look larger. That's the side he's going to dive, and yes, slotted in by Kevin Keane. Well, Julian Dix fell for the goalkeeper's ruse there. The goalkeeper left a bigger space to his left. That's the spot that Julian Dix picked. The keeper was there, he blocked it, and there was Kevin Foster again to Oldfield. Foster couldn't get the clearance away properly. A chance here. Good shot and a good goal coming from Paul Ramsey.
Ramsey's reply failing to take the shine off an impressive West Ham win. In the final run-in, the Hammers have done the business at Upton Park, but away form has let them down. Time to select the Hammers Players of the Year. In third place, new boy Trevor Morley. Runner-up is Stuart Slater, a young striker who's really captured the imagination of the Upton Park faithful. And the winner of the 1989-1990 West Ham Player of the Year trophy, Julian Dix. What an impact he's made in his very first season as skipper. The youngest West Ham captain since Bobby Moore, and a man with a lethal left foot. A popular choice with the fans. All three have made a big contribution to the Hammers season. Perhaps the biggest cheer though is reserved for Liam Brady. The popular Irishman has decided to call it a day at the age of 34. Chairman Martin Kearns wishes him well at the end of his 3 years at West Ham. So to West Ham's closing match of the season. Steve Bull's Wolves are the final side to make the trip to Upton Park. The man of the moment though is undoubtedly Liam Brady. The Republic of Ireland hero starts the match on the bench, but there's no denying him a fairy tale farewell.
West Ham United playing some attractive football in the midfield. Haven't been able to get a decisive strike in yet. This is Slater to Allen. Keane. Good sway of the hips there, sent the opponent the wrong way. A nice ball. This is Slater. He's got Allen there in support. There's the cross. Keane with the header. Kevin Keane scores. What a goal! Absolutely brilliant. 18 minutes gone. It's West Ham United 1, Wolverhampton Wanderers 0. And you won't get a better header than that. Keane. Controlled football this. Potts now. To Robson. Not a good ball from him, but Potts makes it. Oh, another diving header! Another brilliant goal! And this time it's Trevor Morley. 39 minutes gone. It's West Ham United 2, Wolverhampton Wanderers 0. Foster got his head to it. Allen. This is Robson. Nobody on the left. It'll have to go to the right. He goes through himself. He has the shot. Oh, there it is! What a cracker! And that's just what he's been playing for. Minutes gone. It's West Ham United 3, Wolverhampton Wanderers 0. Jones now. Brady. Fans would love to see him get on the score sheet. Let's try. Oh, and he does so! Brilliant shot from Liam Brady. No wonder they're storming the pitch. Oh, will he ever survive that in this heat? He must be so choked emotionally anyway. And they're storming on from every angle. With just 2 minutes left for play. It's West Ham United 4, Wolverhampton Wanderers 0. But as far as the fans are concerned, most importantly, it's Liam Brady on the score sheet.
What a way to sign off a spectacular career. A goal to match any from Brady's magnificent Hall of Fame. A perfect way to round off the West Ham season. It all adds up to a party atmosphere on this final Saturday of the soccer season. It's been a long, hard campaign for the Hammers, some great wins and some equally spectacular defeats. The final verdict being, what a tough division it is in the second.
I think so. I mean, I've just as a manager, I've seen a lot of it, you know, just over the years. I've watched some of it, and it's a tough league to get out of. I mean, the amount of games you're playing for a start makes it tough. You know, our running at the end of the season, I think 2 games a week for the last 6-7 weeks. So the demands are there, you know, and it is going to be a difficult league to get out of. But having said that, I do know that people expect us to get out next year. I mean, that puts a little bit of pressure on you know, straight away, because they've seen us game of the season, and they've gone home and said, well, next year we're certainties, you know. I mean, people would come up to me and say, we're going to champions next year. But I wish it was as easy as that, you know. But, you know, we'll do our best, simple as that, which is all we can do.
Do you think that's a bit unfair, Bill? Because
no, I don't think it's unfair. I think people will expect that. I think it's only what they've seen. They fancy our chances. I suppose if I was a supporter, I'd be saying the same thing. You know, I'd be saying, well, you know, we played well the last sort of 18 odd games. You know, we pushed ourselves right up the edge of the playoffs. The last 2 home games we scored 7 goals. They won against, and they did play well to that. And I'll tell you what, next year we'll get out of there no problem. But it doesn't work like that. You know, hopefully it does, but we'll see.